It is time for our first quarter 2024 goals update. Can you believe that the first quarter we're at the end of the first quarter already? Time is really flying. And that's the whole point. I don't want time to fly by this year without us being on track and without us building success. So I want to welcome everybody joining us here. This is really exciting because we're going to make sure that we all stay on track and that we're building towards success. And I'm going to be sharing lots of secrets to staying on the path, to building goals, and to be reaching towards success. Because if we're not on track for the end of first quarter, what's going to happen next month and what's going to happen next quarter and the following quarter? We want to be on track now. So I love to welcome everybody in. I see Eileen is here already, and I love to welcome everybody in. I love to build community and see people writing something in the chat. How are you all doing? Would you like to greet each other and say hello to everybody? Anybody who writes anything in the comments, I do love to see that because it helps to build community. And that is one of the things that I love doing here. And today, in building community, I want to help you look at your first quarter of 2024. Again, I can hardly believe that we've reached the end of the first quarter. It feels to me like this year is going so quickly. Again, a reason I want to be sure to support you and make sure that you're evaluating and appraising where you're at so that you can take any corrective steps that you need so that as we go further into the year, you can build success and we can celebrate and say, you know what, this was a really productive, successful year. So I'd like to talk about what you've been doing, and I am going to talk about some information about goals first and what you should think about. And later in this session, I'm going to lead you through a worksheet. I'll work with you together in filling out this worksheet that will help you evaluate where you're at, what you've accomplished, and what you want to get done as we move further into this year. So I just want to do a little brief review that working women often have a set of areas where they can have goals, where they set goals. So we usually think of work as the first prominent area where we build goals. And of course, very often we think about, I want to get a promotion, I want to get a new job, I want to start a business perhaps, or I want to have a job with a special title that's really important to me, or I want to change my area where I work at. I want to find an area that's more meaningful to me, or that gives me characteristics and qualities that I want in a job, the returns in a job. Maybe it's income, or maybe it's an area that you're really passionate about. So in our work, we're very often knowledgeable and attuned to our goals. Often we don't think of our family in terms of goals, but if you want to get results, it really is important to think about what you might want to help your family members accomplish. So if you have kids, what goals, what milestones, what aims might you want to help them accomplish? And really think about in terms of what are the issues, what are the problems, and how can you move forward? Again, I always tell my clients who work with me, goals and steps are the fuel to life success. I'm going to repeat that again. Goals and steps are the fuel to life success. Because if you don't think about what your goals are, and if you're just accepting life as it comes to you randomly and by default, then you're not really building to create success. you may be hoping that success will happen, but you're not building it. And so there's a good chance randomly that it might happen or it might not happen. If you build it, it will come, as they say. And really, if you're in a car, you have a GPS, you locomote and move towards your destination. Same with goals. So with kids, and I work with parents about a lot of milestones and goals. So sometimes I help parents help kids with goals for the younger kids to sleep through the night or to sleep in their own bed. There are a lot of steps that I help parents use, or to meet important milestones, like toilet training sometimes, or learning to talk. For older kids, it's sometimes learning to be more independent. Sometimes we want to help our kids learn to like reading more, or to be better readers, or to be more open to math, to be more successful in math. And we don't want to leave it just to the schools, just to the teacher. We want, as a parent, to do what we can to support our kids, to feel confident in whatever it is they're doing. Certainly in the older kids, there's a lot we can do to help them build confidence and to be building as responsible kids so they become responsible adults. For our home, there are a lot of goals we might have around our home. For mothers, I know very often it's cleaning up the clutter. Sometimes it's building more systems around our home so we can be more organized. Sometimes it's more specific about how can we handle dinners or meal prep, or how can we make morning time less stressful, more organized, and more confident. So there are a lot of things we can do. And for personal and self-growth, there are many types of goals we may have. Sometimes they're health-related, like to lose weight or eat healthier, or to start a gym or an exercise habit. Sometimes it's really more hobby-related, like I want to learn to play an instrument, or I want to do another hobby. I want to get involved in a sport. So sometimes it's more hobby related. Sometimes it's more life learning related. I want to learn time management skills. I want to learn public speaking skills, and I help a lot of parents with that, because public speaking is important to all of us in whatever field we're in, because we're often advocating for ourselves. We're advocating for what's important to us at work, in our community, and even at home as well. So I do help a lot of parents with public speaking skills. So again, these are really all very important. Goals for your family, for your home, for your work, and for yourself. Self-growth, personal improvement. So I want you to think in each of these areas, what were the goals that you set at the beginning of the year, in December and January? And if you were with us and you set goals, then that's great. If you're newer in our group, whether you have goals or if you don't have goals, you can certainly set goals now. And if you don't remember the goals that you set earlier in the year, then this is certainly a good time to set goals, to set a goal in each of these areas: family, home, work, and self, so that as we propel and as you move forward into the year, you can build your life success plan. And I like talking about a life success plan, again, not to leave your life success randomly to whatever happens by default, but to have steps to move you along the way. And I know occasionally I have some moms who come to me who say, I don't have time to build goals, I'm just trying to make it through. And if you feel that way, that means you really need help, so that you're not just thriving, but you're not just surviving, but you're thriving. You're building success, not just trying to get through the day. So again, Goals are important. Goals and steps are the fuel for life success. So I want to help you go through a worksheet now. And I'm going to ask you for each of the areas, if you've had a goal, to rate your level of success. And if you don't have a goal or didn't have a goal, I want to give you the opportunity to think of a goal. So let's think first of work, because that's most common. What is your work goal that you picked for the beginning of this year? And if you didn't pick a goal yet, or if you don't remember it, if you've lost track of it, then think now, what would a good work goal be that you can get on track and that you can build steps, or I can help you build steps as we move forward in the year? Would your work goal be to get a new job, to get a promotion, to move to a different company, to start your own business, to get a work area in a totally different area, something that you're really passionate about? What type of goal do you have for work? And for our worksheet, if you've had your goal for the first quarter, I want you to check off or write down one of the following choices. One is that you've met your goal, you've completed the goal. So if you had a goal of getting a new job, if you got a new job, then you can check off, I met my goal. Have you achieved some progress? So are you working towards getting a new job, but you haven't gotten it yet? You get credit for achieving some progress. The next choice would be none. You haven't had really any progress. You really need support. And the last choice is that you don't have a goal for work yet. And that's okay. Again, you can create a goal today. So again, I'm going to ask you to note down which is the appropriate response for work for you for the first quarter of this year. Either that you've met your goal, you've made some progress, you've made no progress, and if you have to create a goal, then write down what your goal is for work. And I congratulate you on that and for evaluating where you're at, because that allows you to build and move forward. And that's always great. So next, I'm going to ask you to look at your family. And is there anything that you'd like to help your family accomplish and achieve, either for individuals in your family, or maybe as a group, as a family? Maybe you have a goal of getting together one night for family night, one night a week for family night, and you just haven't arranged that yet. You haven't picked out activities to do. So it really could be for individual members of your family, for your kids. You want to help your kids handle stress, which I did a session on recently, or you want to help them get through a particular milestone, or help them enjoy reading more. What is it for your family that you'd like to help them with? And again, I want you to assess for first quarter, if you've had a goal, for that goal, have you met your goal? Have you accomplished, done what you wanted to do? Have you made some progress towards your goal? Have you made no progress and you're really still at the beginning? Or if you don't have a goal, what goal for your family can you create so that you can make progress, so you can make something important happen? And I'm going to have you write down on your sheet. And next, I'm going to have you think about your family, home, work. I want you to do these criteria for all of those. Again, have you met your goal, achieved some progress, no progress, or do you have to write a goal? And last, I want you to think about yourself, your personal growth, your personal improvement. What is important to you that you'd like to accomplish this year? Is it something health-wise? Is it weight? You want to lose weight? start an exercise program. If you do want to lose weight, by the way, I do have a group that I lead in weight loss, and they are accomplishing great success and losing permanent weight and feeling healthier and loving how they look. So if weight loss is something that's important to you, make sure you do schedule an appointment with me so I can tell you how to build towards permanent weight loss, or exercise or health habits. And what if there are some hobby-related topics like learning a musical instrument, or something in sports, or something creative that you wanted to accomplish? What personally would you like to get done? Maybe it's learn a foreign language so that you can speak to some people you know, or because you have a trip coming up, or because it's a heritage in your family and you've wanted to learn a language. There are so many things that are important for us to accomplish, that we like to accomplish, that we dream of doing. And the problem with dreaming is that it doesn't put us on a course to get where we want. So hopes and dreams aren't enough. They're the spark, but the fuel are the goals and the steps that can lead us there. So we need a spark. We need that enthusiasm and those dreams and hopes to set us and to give us ideas of what we can do and who we can be in our lives. And then what we want to do is fuel those goals and those steps that can mechanically take us there. It's almost like we can back engineer our success. Where do we want to be? And I help people work backwards and say, well, this is now how we need to go forwards to get where we want to be. So at this point, I know some of you can take your goals and just move forward with them. And that's great if you can do that. If you have the confidence for that and the ability and the skills to do that, that is wonderful. If you'd like my support, I am happy to help you. Make sure that you do go and look in our group, in our description, for the link to schedule an appointment with me. There is no charge for that. I love helping people build success. I would be happy to have a conversation with you about steps you can take. If you'd like to be in my success club with other working women, I can tell you how that can happen, how you can do that. And you can be with other like-minded women to help support each other, to get to know each other, and to build success in a community. And of course, I am happy to support you one-on-one as well. Whatever you need, whether it's just some ideas, whether it's more support, whether you want to be involved with other mothers or just discuss with me, I am happy to discuss your needs. Happy to discuss any areas of growth that you would like to accomplish for yourself, your family, your work, your life. I love to support women, and I love the stories of success and growth that I hear. I want to remind you that our group is a full scope home for working women. So, sometimes when people take training like how to start a business, you take those training programs and you realize it's not realistic for your family because you have certain needs for your family, for your home life. This is a full scope home. So any plans that we develop, all the gears will work together. Everything will be going together for your full life. And we will pay attention to all those parts that are important as well. So today I salute your work in the first quarter, and I want to motivate you and get you enthusiastic and active in working towards the next quarter. How are you going to build your plans to be successful? I want to make sure that you're on track and thinking about your steps as we go along. If you feel that you're not on track for the first quarter, I don't want you to feel that you're going to continue with that and feel stuck. And I don't want you to have to worry in a month, how will you feel? Or in 3 months for next quarter, for half a year. I don't want you to feel that you're not getting where you want to be. Let's get you feeling successful, reaching the heights and wishes that you hope and aspire for. And this is a great place to get all those gears working forward. So I am so delighted that you've joined me today. And whether you're live or if you are watching this on replay, I am so happy to have you with me. I am happy to help support you in your success. Let me know if you'd like to be in my success club with other working women, whether you'd like my help to create steps, even if you'd like me to create all of the steps for certain goals for you so that you don't have to figure it out for yourself. Whatever you need, I'm happy to help you with. Delighted that you've been here with me for this session. I hope that I've ignited your motivation to build and move forward, and I look forward to celebrating your success together. So if you are watching this in YouTube, make sure that you like this and that you hit subscribe. And if you're watching this in Facebook, I look forward to you joining us during the week so that you can see all of the recommendations and advice that I put in the full scope of parenting and motherhood and being a working parent and a working mother. And I look forward to seeing you, all of you, next week with a brand new, exciting, important topic. So let's talk again soon.